training, we got some assignment. Yes or no, based on that? So based on that, you had to do page number 33, question number 1, 2, and even to some extent about that activity there. Okay, go to page number 33 of your book.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So that page number 33's answer we have already done last time. Okay. So last class your assignment was a group work.
Yes.
So I can show you on my screen. So it was a group work on last class. Please be turning on the camera, okay? Once I am about to start the class full-fledgedly, by that time if the camera is not on, then we'll have to start giving some consequence for not turning on. For now, I'm not looking at the camera because I'm itself like making sure that I am verifying exactly so that you are also warmed up, okay, about what we are going to do. So this was the assignment. Institutions involved in technical education and vocational training collect as much information as possible regarding affiliation, course objective, cost, tenure, effects of such training to the individual as well as society. It can also be related to the training conducted in the locality or a TV and mobile training center affiliated with it. Please summarize into phrases to include more points. So you can see here, please fill in the following table in the spreadsheet based on the group. I told you to just do it in the group so that there is more ideas coming over here. Like if you see there's something has been already written, then you can just leave it. Why does it look same? Okay, fine. So here, now all of you please turn on your camera. I cannot see few of them still. Okay, Christine, please turn on your camera. There's no, like, you cannot be telling every day the same type of reasons also, or you have to get it. Yeah, please, thank you. Soham, also please turn it on. Niharika, Puravi, Aya.
Sir, my camera is on.
Sir, what are we doing?
Yeah, I will tell you in a few minutes, okay? Please turn on, your camera is on?
Yes.
Yeah, it was on. I could see you before some time. Just wait, okay? Maybe my net is slow today. Let me just have a quick check. I didn't see grade 8 as well in the in this previous class to some extent. Okay. So you can see my speed if I use this thing, okay? So this much is the speed showing right now, and why doesn't it show you guys? The school speed is around 18 Mbps only when I checked. Is it a problem with? You can see how it shows at times. And I'm the only one using the net right now at the moment, okay? I think others are also using to some extent, maybe for the TV or other things.
I disconnected, sir.
Okay, so please, we'll have to see that, okay? So try to turn it on.
Sir, only I am Bastola's camera, just other every rest of every.
Ian's camera is off, right?
I joined from my phone, so I can't turn it on.
Ian, can you tell once again?
I joined from my phone,
You
and
tried from.
and my camera doesn't work here.
Okay, shall I inform your guardian or anyone, parents right now to help you?
I'll try to fix it.
Okay, just wait. Okay, I'll ask through Viber just to help you out. So before you sit down, please fix them. Okay. So okay, now let us continue with that thing itself. So, and then after this, we will continue with the new topic. Okay, let's do a quick review of this quick recap. So while doing this assignment, uh, I just told you to do it in a group so that you would be adding more points here. Okay, group doesn't mean you have to always meet, but I just wanted to make sure that you are not burdened by looking all of them so much also, so that it looks like you have a little less assignment, but at the same time it's sharing your answer with your friends also, so that your friends also can use that answer if you have done it properly. Okay, if any of the group has not done it well, then it becomes a problem. Then at that time, then you have to again do the correction and make your own note. Is that clear? Like some groups might not have done it well, then you have to see it whether it is correct or wrong. If not, it becomes faster when we do it as a group and teamwork. Yes or no? If like only one person had to do all of them, you have to think how much time does it take. So at least if one group out of one groups only few people are doing, it means either all of them are doing or few are doing also. Then you can collect ideas of each other very quickly and just do it better than what they have written and just get it verified also. Okay. So here now you can take a note of this. You can make a copy of this and keep it yourself once they have done the correction as well. So here in CTVT, is this of your class or another class?
It is a
It is, what happened? Did I keep wrong link in yours? Okay, you can use. You can see this. I think I did keep a link, but it might have been a different link here. Okay, so agriculture, so course and training, agriculture, engineering, tourism, health management, forestry, computer, etc. Right? In affiliation, it's of course going to be affiliated to CTVT itself. Is that clear? So that was the main objective where you would be writing about the training relating to this CTVT. So this was not so much needed, but I just kept it because we were trying to use that activity of the book also to some extent, so that you would be understanding this and you would be able to make a note also out of it. Okay, and the note would also help you. And at the same time, in objectives, you can see directly, like let's say first one, CTVT. Go to page number 35, CTVT. So you can see directly the objective is written here. So you don't have to write its objective is, just summarize it. Abuse, technical and skillful human resources related to primary, medium, and high level occupation in various sectors. Okay, so this much is enough. So try to write less words when you have to do it in this, so that it will be easier for you to remember. Is that clear? So you are trying to make your note yourself. So wherever you see there are so many things and you have to make a note, this is one of the best way to make a note and help you to remember. Is that clear? So that you can compare and contrast and remember them easily. So you might not be always getting, but even if it's not given, that is one of the way you can make a note. So in cost, there is different cost. Okay, there are different cost for different programs, or you can just write different cost for different programs this much, just to make sure it's easy to remember. Okay, there's no, okay, yeah. So different cost for different programs, and tenure also, different tenures or different. Rather than writing this, you could explain few of them important ones as a research and keep it also. Although it's not in the book, I will not go so much in detail for cost and tenure so much. Is that clear? If you did it, I would be happy. If you have not done also for this part, I'm just going to leave it for now. But if you research, it would be helpful for you. Okay. And effects of such training to individuals is also not there in the book, but you could research and try to analyze. Okay. So you can analyze and write it down. Analysis and conclusion. Although it's not directly written so much, but you can just make sense. How does it help individual? How does it help the society? So rather than writing it helps an individual, full thing, it helps an individual to know some information. Okay, you can just write this much. Why write unnecessary words, right? This is a chart which will help you to remember, means cut down all the unnecessary words and just keep it there. Okay, know some information about the occupation they are going to follow in the future. Next one. Okay, it, since this is a table, that's why only. Okay, create skillful human, since this is like a note. Is that clear? That's why I just told don't write unnecessary words to just make it long. Create skillful human resource which can contribute. Create skillful human resource which can contribute in the development of society. Okay, so this is the way which you can do. So if you can see format, text wrapping over. Okay, so this way it comes in the same table. And here also, let me just make sure that all of them stay in the same place. Okay, like in the same. Okay, so did you understand how to be making this type of table? Is it clear to some extent? Anyone has any confusion in that? So this will really help you. Okay, when there are so many things and which look similar, you can always make a comparison chart and try to remember. Is that clear? So now what I want you to do is you see your friend's answer and then try to verify and only keep the ones which are correct and send it. You can resubmit from your phone. Is that clear? So when you like see your friend's answer and if you feel they are not correct, then make necessary changes, and you can make changes itself here to some extent also. Okay, is that clear? Because it's going to ultimately help you for the exam. Is that clear? It's not a group work. This group work is itself like a teamwork where it is going to make us work very fast. I could just tell you to do that during the class time. Yes or no? So it's not necessary that you have to always just meet and then only discuss. Maybe if you can write in some places or some can be writing, it's just to make sure the work is reduced. Okay, and then later on you can just get little more ideas from your friends as well. Like when you see their, uh, when you see what they have written, you can just add what you think in that. Okay, like when you have more aids means better ideas. Yes or no? If only you're working, then maybe better ideas won't come, but maybe that's how it can also work. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, with this, And there was a question from page 39, I think, also as an assignment.
No, sir, you have not given us any homework from page 39.
It was not given. Okay, now just wait. Okay, I'm just checking that. That's why. Data collection. Okay, fine. Now, I was checking the Google Classroom itself as well. Okay, now all of you, please, you will be given this work as well. It was because of I forgot that day, I think, while copying and pasting also. So you'll be getting those question answers. Is that clear? Please take that question number 1 and 2 itself. It was by human error from my side. If not, that assignment was for that day itself. Now, please go to page number 40. So we're going to do the next lesson. So you already got the monthly look ahead plan. Yes or no? You already know the agenda for the month. So rather than always asking me, my main goal is to make sure we meet according to that. Is that clear? The main goal is that we are planning to stick with that plan exactly as it's written there. Okay. Okay. So on page number 40, unit 3.
Which two questions are you talking about?
Page number 39, question number 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay, I will not try to forget today. Today I'll remember and keep it. Okay, but at the same time, even if I forget, please do that. Is that clear? But
Sir,
today I will not be forgetting that. Yes.
are we going to present the presentation today or next class?
Which one? That table.
Which the group work?
Yes, the group work was itself to work in this table, no?
Yes.
Sir, when we also made the presentation.
Yeah.
Then can you repeat once again?
Sir, you also said to make the presentation, no?
Okay, just wait. Okay. I will show you on my screen once. So OBT. So OBT lesson 3.
Sir, we have also made in Google Slides.
So you mean to say you have made in Google Slide? Yeah, but can you see here this assignment here written? Collect as much information as possible regarding the affiliation course, objective, cost, tenure, effects of such training to individuals as well as the society. It can also be related to the training conducted in locality or a TV and mobile training center. Please summarize into phrases to include more points. Okay, so this was, you had to collect the data, and then later on with that data you have to fill this chart.
Oh, sir, but we also have made the presentation.
Okay, if you
Yeah.
have made a presentation, that's fine. So did you get yourself so much ready to present them also, or you have just made it?
We were ready to present it as well.
So
Sir, there's no problem. Like, we can continue with the next chapter, no?
yeah, because you have because we don't need presentation in all of them, because I've already gone so much in detail for that. Yes or no? What is needed. Okay, so you can just send me that assignment. So you will see here directly just saying make a presentation. Here you have to collect data and just fill the chart. So that same thing, just see if it is going to be in the chart or not, whatever information you collected. And you can send me that slide also. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Slide also, I will see that. But presentations are like, if you start presenting, then it becomes difficult for time management. Is that clear? So your assignment will be evaluated if you have made. If all of you have made, okay. But if like only some of them got confused and some of them have not done, I'll see what to do. Is that clear? because sometimes you have to learn to read the instructions very carefully. Or either, okay. So you just do that question answer of page number 39, question number 1 and 2. Any confusion in that? Okay, please turn on the camera. Soham, Niharika, Vivan, Ashish, Vivav, all of
Sir,
you.
my camera is on.
Even my camera is on.
Sir, even my camera is on.
Okay, I don't know what is happening today. Okay, today in my, I told you, I showed you my speed.
So then that enlist 5 institutions that provide technical education and vocational training. What can we write?
Question number 1 or 2?
1.
1, you can just write the name of the institutions.
Sir, can you say the name?
Yeah, these names of the institution are itself in the page now, are itself on page number 35. You can see that whole list in blue color. Yes or no?
Okay, sir.
Main topic is itself institution. So this is a concept based question, just trying to see your more or less concept, but it is acting like a fact. Okay, is that clear? Because whole lessons main objective is to know about those institutions. Is that clear? The main objective was itself to know about those institutions involved, and the main question is itself written there directly. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, now go to page number 40, unit 3. So we have come to the end of unit 2, which was regarding employment, training, and education. So in case of unit 2, employment, training, and education, we did study about the employment. Those were the different types of employment, but more in detail for regional and national. If not, we studied little surfacely in grade 6 as well, in which you studied other types of employment as well. Yes or no? In grade 7, you just have this national and regional. And in grade 8, it will be more foreign employment. Is that clear? So that's how it's been kept over here. And next one was based on training. You had this general and vocational training. And finally, for education, you had this institutional institutions that were involved in providing education related to technical education and vocational training. So that is how the unit was divided. Okay. Now, unit 3, employment information. So in unit 3, we're going to understand all about those information related to employment. Okay, where do we get those employment from? I mean to say, where do we get the information relating to those employment? Like in grade 6, do you remember what type of information you knew about employment? What type of source or what type of employment? So in grade 6, you understood about the local employment. Yes or no? Local employment was one of the type of employment for grade 6, and you had to study about getting those sources of information, where to get local employment from, where do you get the information, okay, so that you can work relating to that field. And in grade 6, in the grade 7, now at another level, another type of employment, that is moreover here with the national employment. Is that clear? So at national level, whatever are the employment, where do we get those type of source of employment now? Where do we get the information of those sources of employment? And finally, in grade 8, you just have for the foreign employment. Okay, is that clear? So I told you, now we are going to study mainly focusing from the perspective of more or less with the national employment. And it is similar with grade 6, where you studied about where to get those information source of local employment. Okay, let's have a quick recall. What do you know about those information? From where could you get those local employment information that you studied in grade 6? Let's see how much can you recall?
Newspaper intelligent.
Yes, Sadiman. Newspapers and
Newspaper intelligent.
and internet. Yes. So you.
Sir, billboards and all. Billboards, magazines.
Yeah. So more or less, they are all similar. They're all connected and it looks similar, and sometimes it looks like repetition. Okay. And I told you, I don't want to make it so difficult for you to remember. I think it's almost similar to grade 6, so that we can move ahead with the course very quickly. Is that clear? So they're connected and it's similar, but we just need to compare and contrast here also. What is the difference only now? Most of them are looking similar. Like in grade 6, you study that you could find them in notice board. You could hear them from mouth to mouth, people talking about the local employment. Like there's a vacancy in this place. Why don't you apply? Right? That's how mouth to mouth information also can be going. Different employment agencies also giving information. The medias, right? Local medias or whatever you have, those medias also talking about those vacancies. And similarly, internet was another source of local employment information. So in case of national employment, although it's not directly saying national, but our perspective here is written in from the perspective of more or less national employment. Is that clear? Although it's not directly written here in this lesson, but it's more over from national employment, and grade it is more over from foreign employment perspective. Okay, from national employment, before we go to national employment, what is national employment? Can someone recall? Can you tell? We did this in the previous lesson also, in grade 6 also. What is national employment? Okay, Ayan?
Yes, sir.
What is national employment?
Sir, can I?
Yes, Soham.
Sir, what was the question?
Okay, please just listen to Soham. He's going to talk about what is national employment. Okay, Ayan?
Sir, so like national employments are those types of employments that are within the nation.
Okay, that are
Within the nation.
Okay, and what is regional employment?
So regional, like regional employment are those types of employment which are which is held in a season. No, which is held in a region. Like for teas, for apples, best place for employment are in Mustang, and then for tea, Elam, like that.
Okay, so those areas which are having those local products, right? And then they're going, then the job is going to be normally at those places, right? That is only for that particular area. So that is more or less regional employment or local employment. So it's similar, that regional employment that we studied just previously and local employment that we studied in grade 6 are similar here almost. Is that clear? So you have to just connect and try to understand them in similar form so that you remember what is that exactly. Okay, so we are trying to find about the different, we're trying to understand about the different sources of employment for more or less from perspective of a little national also for now. Okay, but directly we'll not be saying national here. Okay, because we have already done about local local in grade 6. So in case of national employment, public service commission is one of the example of national employment. That's what we told. Yes or no? And it has been providing jobs throughout the whole country, right? There are different centers, exam centers done from, let's say itself, from Lok Seva Ayog, from Anam Nagar, all the way to different branch office. For province 3 right now, it is in Hetauda. Yes or no? No, it is in like Banishore as well. You can see different places have different public service commission places where they can register for that job vacancy, whatever that public service commission is announcing job. Like from first lesson itself, we had technical and non-technical type of job. Yes or no? So public service commission is also announcing various vacancies for technical and non-technical jobs. Okay, in case of technical jobs, directly forester, directly this type of jobs like forester, JTA, JT, agriculturist, they come under technical. Is that clear? or whether it be directly engineer or anything. But remaining others were looking for administrative purpose, more or less, for administration. Okay, you have for administration, let's say you have Mahalpot Karyalaya, you have CDO office, yes or no, just to administer the country. Then they come under more non-technical. Is that clear? All this, but these jobs are announced in Public Service Commission. They announce it in Gorkha Patra from past. Okay, more or less from the past, they have been announcing in Gorkha Patra, and normally in Gorkha Patra, it used to be, I think, around maybe, yes, on Wednesday in the last week of that month. Is that clear? Normal, that was the train how it was announcing. Nowadays, if you see, you will see them directly in the Public Service Commission website. If you see psc.gov.np, you will see the vacancy directly there. Is that clear? Before the IT was developed, so that is how it was announcing. Now with IT, it's keeping itself in website also. But still it is advertising in newspaper. You know, internet was still not available throughout the whole country, and right now also people don't have access. Yes or no? But it has increased because of this COVID for online. But however, still all of them are not getting that access. You know that, right? So that's one of the source of information for public sources of employment information is itself in Public Service Commission website or those places. That's where you can get job. So that's where you can get job from Public Service Commission. Next one is public institutions owned by government. So some of the institutions are owned by government. Okay, others like public institutions, that's public enterprises. Those are known as Sanstan in Nepali. Like you have Well Corporation, you know that. That belongs to the government as well. Yes or no? At the same time, Gorkha Patra, that also belongs to government also, but at the same time, they have their own way of running inside. Airport is another public institution. Okay. So these enterprises, they have their own employees. Okay, they used to be giving more or less even their own exams in the past. Okay, that airport would be conducting their own exam. Nepal Electricity Authority would be conducting their own exam, but right now they are also conducted by Public Service Commission to some extent. Is that clear? If not, these public institutions, they itself like would act as a source, so that they would be taking the manpower recruitment itself from like taking from newspapers. That's where they would be announcing. That's the another source of information for employment. So that's connected to somewhat national employment as well. Next one is private employers. So some of them you can see some banks. They also have more or less branches throughout the whole country. A-grade banks, A-grade commercial banks. Yes or no? Isn't it? They have it all over Nepal. You say NIC Asia, you say NIBL, you say Novil. You can see they have the branches all over the country. Isn't it? So private employers are also providing employment. Okay. And that's where you can get information. So they also recruit and take for employment. So you can see the vacancy itself at the side. Wanted. You go to page number 42 of your book. So you can see there is another vacancy also in your book also, so that you can understand what this private sector's job looks like. Sometimes they do outsourcing from other places, right? They can even recruit. So they can even recruit another organization to recruit staff for them. Like they don't recruit themselves directly, but they tell some other organizations to recruit it for them. Sometimes they recruit it and they even do the contract from outside as well. Okay. Outsourcing, or sometimes they just take recruitment and keep them as their staff. So there are different ways how they have been providing employment. Is that clear? Now, next one is employment information in the educational institutions. So this next one, educational institution, like you have in case of Public Service Commission to provide public service for the country, right? Same way, this is for Teachers Commission, Teacher Service Commission, where they are recruiting teachers for the government community schools. Is that clear? For the community schools, they have the teachers. They are recruiting itself from Teachers Service Commission. Will be taking the exam, interview, everything, and they will be advertising the vacancy similarly in the notice board that they have, or even in different medias, and take the exams and recruit them. Next one is for media houses. Even the media houses throughout the countries, like you have big media houses, Kantipur itself, yes or no? Or Kantipur TV, no, Kantipur TV, Radio Kantipur, because they have been providing that radio. It's no more FM. It's been provided throughout the whole country. Okay, if it was just in one place of Kathmandu, they were known as Kantipur FM. Yes or no? So you have studied this in social studies in grade 7, communication. Do you remember all about this TV, radio, newspaper, FM? So these media houses are also providing employment. They also they also need manpower, okay, throughout the whole country or different places. What is their level of media, like how much area is the coverage area, which areas are they working? So they do the vacancy announcement also, and they take them for the jobs. So either they announce it in their own websites or own newspapers, and they take the recruitment. Okay, so another is Ministry of Labor and Transport as well, and information. So from here also, for foreign employment and national employment, you get the different vacancies. And another is information system of labor market. So in case of labor market from CTVT that we just studied recently, from that also you get information what type of job, where are they available. And finally, in other sources also, you get information relating to employment itself from personal contact, right? From personally, sometimes vacancies in one place. So that's how you get the information regarding various jobs. And these are the various ways that we can summarize. Is the same thing that we just discussed right now as a conclusion. So means of getting information is from newspaper, radio, private and public notice board, office of the employment, TV, telephone and mobile, FM, internet, notice board, personal contact and website. So these are the various means and medium to get employment. Okay, similar to grade 6 also, but it has little different objective. It's trying to talk from the perspective of national employment, more or less. Is that clear? And next year, the perspective will be from foreign employment. Okay, are you clear? Why does it look like repeated, but it has little different perspective only? Okay, is that clear? Okay, thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask. If not, you can let me know. If not, what is the class after this? English?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us summarize this and finish it if you have no questions. Okay, thank you. You can ask until I don't stop recording.